Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Line of Code. I am One Lion, and today we have where he should be, BitGamey, in the first slot. First to chat, first to be here, first to say stuff, first to be cool. You know, I like the word cool. That's one of those words that is gonna stick around for a really long time. Still hasn't gone out of style. Anyway, hi. Today's gonna be an interesting day. Yeah, that's because you are. That's because you are. Today's gonna be an interesting day. We did so much work on the financial management tracker over the past 180-ish, 190-ish streams. And we're at a point where we could call the functionality complete. There's still a couple of bugs that are logged. We have someone, let me just go to this real quick. This is the project that we work on during our stream on a regular stream day. It's this financial management tracking application, which is intended for a user or the person that clones the app to their system and runs it to be able to manage their finances by manually entering transactions, financial transactions. I can show a demo of the app if you're interested in that, but otherwise, we've pretty much put all of the functionality in it that we wanted. Issues. There are these issues, oh, except for identity, but like if it's local, I'd like to see the demo. Cool, we will do the demo. It is local, so there isn't really a need for identity since it's not intended to be hosted anywhere, at least not yet. We may do that in the food tour. So implementing identity, I'm waiting until .NET 8. Someone contacted me to ask if they could take this bug, which is the account type drop down values, and I can show this bug too while we're going through the demo. The account type drop downs, not just account types, but I think all of the lookup lists are disappearing or emptying out when you enter a new account, which is crazy. So yeah, really appreciate SSing3856. Okay, so this is what the application currently looks like. I don't really have a good way to get to the main data entry stuff. What would normally happen is you would type in your credentials, errors and your patchwork, and then you click sign in, and then did it ask you to save your sign in and stuff? And then you get to this page, and hello Coco Checks. So the purpose of the app, like I said, is for you to be able to manually enter a transaction. So any transactions for tracked in financial institutions, financial accounts that you have. We currently don't have a BitGamey account. Is there anything that you're currently saving for BitGamey? Because we can add an account for you, but as we're already on the screen, the things you can do, the types of transactions that you can add are payments, which is money coming from one of your tracked accounts and then going to some external account. Oh yeah, PC fund. I keep using the word fund. I need a better word than the word fund. So we'll create an account for you shortly. So a payment, moving money from one of your tracked accounts to some external source. Awesome. Oh man, I've already forgotten how to VJ. So thank you Dukusoft for the shout out for BitGamey. Definitely check out his stream. It's a fantastic time. It is amazing over on BitGamey stream. He always has a lot of fun and just great personality. Love to be around him. But payments. Now you know what payments are. Part of payments, you can enter the different line items like you were entering a receipt, or you can just do the whole grand total if that's what you maybe wanted to track. You don't care about sales tax or delivery fees or breaking up any of the service fees of any kind. You just want to track maybe the whole number or the final number that's coming out of which account. And then you choose which account it is being charged to, debited from.
It's over 9,000.
It is over 9,000. You're absolutely right. Deposits are money going from some external source into one of your tracked accounts. Transfers are money going between your tracked accounts. So one of the bugs that we have standing that is being worked on currently is when you add, so you notice I have all of these account types and I had all of those payees and line items and all of the accounts. When we add a new account, BitGamey's PC pool. We're all gonna chip in to the pool so that BitGamey can get what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say finance, but you don't have to finance it either. And we'll make it a savings account. Sure, and we'll open it today with a starting balance of 0. I think there was also an issue when I added a starting balance. Is that a thing? Let's put a starting balance just to see if there's a bug with that too. Let's say we're going to start it off with $1. I mean, 1 monetary unit. No issues. Good. There you go. So we do have a starting balance. Awesome. So that added, but now our account type dropdown is only cash for some reason. No idea why. But suddenly the only account type that you can select when you're trying to add a new account is cash. Oh, I thought it got rid of the other lookup lists, but no, it really is only account type. And if I switch to another transaction type, those are all fine. What do you show for account types? Just cash. Yeah, even my list management is showing only cash. And there we go. Look at this. Our line item types. All of our lookup lists and our lookup maintenance is wrong. Like the only payee that we have is our Dukabot. That's funny. So anyway, oh, there it goes. Yeah. Yep. That's what I was expecting to see. So weird. So weird. So very weird. But there you go. That's the bug that someone is kindly helping us with. That is this one. But that's the basics of the app. So let's say that we actually wanted to put some more money into BitGamey's PC pool. Then we would, provided we have the account, good. And we'll do it as a just because. On today, for BitGamey's PC pool, we're going to add 0.01 monetary units. Bam, done. And we're going to post it as of today. Yeah, that's another thing that I would like is a mark posted for when you create the transaction. That way it immediately has a posted date. There you go. So you saw this number update immediately. You saw the number update when I had it in pending, where it's like, I still have a pending 0.01, but act as if you have this amount of money in the account kind of thing. And we re-add it, and then that pending amount goes away. And so your current balance matches your adjusted balance. So is there somewhere you can say what monetary unit represents? Like I could say I'm in the US and it would show a dollar symbol somewhere. That is one of the functionalities that I forgot we need to do. Let's list that. Here we go. So this is going to be a task. help with, sure. Add monetary unit. Yeah, this one would actually be a pretty difficult one because not only will we need to track in the application itself which monetary unit to display, but in the database which monetary unit to store per transaction, essentially. So if a user starts entering transactions that are in sterling, GBP, or whatever, and eventually switches some of the transactions over to dollars. I mean, this would need an entire conversion thing, but what I would prefer to do is only display, at least up front, only display the monetary value in the units that it was entered as. Monetary unit with the transaction submission. Oh man, that's going to be really hard now that I think of it, because if we're doing per transaction, then that also means that there needs to be some conversion when calculating the total balance in each of the financial accounts. So this is a lie. For now, only consider tracking the monetary unit per account. So each account would have its own monetary unit. Use that account's monetary unit for displaying the symbol in the transaction. Data entry forms. Okay, so those are the two requirements. Those are going to be out there. That does not sound like it's going to be fun, but it's there. Good question, Big Amy. And Goku Jack says, "Are you going to, if you going to develop a website for a client, what are you going to use? Blazor, Razor Pages, or MVC?" Blazor with .NET 8, says Dugasoft, and that's a great answer from me. I am looking forward to trying it out. I have not tried it in preview yet. I've been doing a million other things, so haven't gotten around to playing with it in preview, but we will convert this app over to the .NET 8 Blazor web app version. And then Big Gamey says, would it not be locked when someone created an account though, so you wouldn't need any currency conversion? Yeah, so that's why I kind of just simplified it to say we're only going to do per unit. That way you don't have to do currency conversions. The only currency conversion is when they are entering it for that account. So let's say that I'm tracking the BitGamey PC pool in US dollars and the Goku Jack's gaming budget in, what's your country's native currency, Goku Jacks? Well, let's just say marks for now, because they don't exist anymore, right? I don't know what currency Germany uses anymore. I just picked Germany at random, by the way. So let's say we're tracking these in marks. And then they get a receipt in US dollars and they want to enter it in marks. So they need to convert it themselves because there is no online lookup. Again, there is a lot of manual work in this. So yeah. Anyway, so you wouldn't need any currency conversion, or are you thinking that if I set up a US account, I might receive payments from other countries? Yeah, I think it is euros now. But the last time I was in Germany in the 80s, late 80s, it was marks. Yeah, it's been the euro since 2002. Hello, Napalm. Thank you for poking in. Hola. ¿Qué tal? I wonder if pushing the refresh button. No, does not refresh our lookup list. So that's going to be a fun bug to figure out what the issue was. I wanted to work on it myself, but someone asked if they could do it, and I said, yeah. But it's just really, it breaks my brain. Maybe adding some sorting to the, but that'll be part of our UI refresh. So adding some sorting to the account display, account overview display. So you can sort by name, current balance, adjusted date, and then if you unsort, then you can sort by default, which will be by date. I don't know. It'll either be created date or it'll be open date, the date that you open that account. Or manual sort. Manual sort would be a good one. So click a button to change sort order, drag and drop. And that way you can display them in whatever order you want. Whatever. And then maybe categorize. And then, nope, we're getting too complicated. This is just supposed to be a simple app to show us a pretty decent view of how to do. Oh no. How long has it been since that's been used? Just a pretty good example of how to create a web application. Not a web application, ooh, wait, does this actually work? No, okay. So that'd be nice, also implementing that. And now I know how to do that. I know how to make it so that, anyway, what am I trying to say? I was saying it's an example of doing a cross multi-platform development project as if you're doing it for the real world. All right, Big Amy, did I finish saying your stuff? I did finish reading it out. Napalm said, I'm enjoying my unemployment till the 6th. Got told I'm heading to San Fran and Nashville in November and December already for the new gig. Holy cow. So you actually need to travel for your new position. Never seen Pacific. It'll be cool. Yeah, I really, really loved being in Washington. The only states that I could think of started with M. It was really weird. Really loved being in Washington. We only visited Seattle like twice, but I lived in Spokane area. Less than 10% travel, I think. Just in a year tiny. Cool. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah. All right, so that is the demo of the app. Now, because we have finished the functionality portion, we have a few bugs out there that are being looked at and reviewed. What we decided we're gonna do, we being me and everything that lives inside of me and everyone that lives inside of me, including you guys, decided we're going to give this thing a facelift. We're gonna do some proper UI design, UI UX design, and make this thing actually look good. At least that's the hope. So we have a pretty good representation of what it currently looks like. This is pretty close to what our landing page looks like. If you already forgot what that looks like, it is this. I just added this thing down here, which is a sitemap-ish. We may as well also go ahead and create a sitemap. And I think there's an easy to use sitemap tool where you just feed it the URLs of your site. A new issue. Who dis? Oh, you know what? I forgot to assign the other one. XML? Sitemaps are usually in XML, right? We got a dad joke. Yeah, sitemaps are usually XML. I forgot to assign the other one to this project. Cool. I tried to save. That's not how you save these. All right, we got a for free dad joke. Why are snake races so exciting? They're always neck and neck. That one didn't work so well for me. Would you log in already? Would you log in already? It's a exasperated question. All right. Well, me tenderly. And look, I'm clicking the login button. Watch me do it. Click. See, look, login works. Where do hamburger patties go to dance? Ask Reg 9K. Reg 9K. Patty. A meatball. I like that one. Nice. All right. We're going to generate an XML map at some point in time. If there's anything else that you guys actually do come up with for the site itself, anything aside from connecting to external financial institutions, and then of course, you know, at my discretion, whether it's something that I feel should be in this type of app. But once again, I'm really just using this for my own personal benefit. I'm already manually tracking all of my accounts in a separate Access database. I've told you all about that. If you're interested in that, I think maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago on the YouTubes, or I think the VODs are still on Twitch. I talked through the entire having Access, Microsoft Access, as my manual financial tracking application. So figured let's make it into a multi-platform application that can be deployed to Windows, mobile, or web. Hello, Thindle. Great stream earlier. Thindle was doing some more work on his presentation on stream, as well as doing some bot work, 2 or 3 XML export accounts. That's a good one. That's a good feature. So export transactions. How dare, I was not at home, Thindle. He got a big ol' yay. Yeah, so I am gonna modify that one to add transaction export. Task. Oh, I guess this would be an enhancement, wouldn't it? And one line was awake for reasons I still don't understand. It's because I stream, to be honest. It's because I stream and I still want to get off of my workday by 3:30 p.m. my time. And normally I would start at 6:30 a.m. But since I stream, I start at 4:30. Including doing the UI. Like, this is one of those things that would be a user story, and then I would have actually, would this be more of an epic, and then the user stories would be the individual going to a screen to choose my account that I want to export data and date range. Yeah, I still don't know how to split up or how to identify epics versus stories very well. But I think this would be more of a story where the user, you know, the story is I was able to go in and export my financial data using account filters and date range filters and grouping options. And then this would be one of the tasks would be UI, UX design, UI, UX implementation. So anyway, this should be 3 tasks, but I didn't do it. Yeah, so an epic would be like the entire export system, depending on how complex that is. That could be an epic with many user stories. I had a bowl of granola with yogurt like 12 hours ago. Maybe it's about time to top up a bit. That sounds like a lot of food. You're gonna eat again and it's only been 12 hours. That's a long time between snacking. Did I miss anything? If you only have one lion, you have all the lions you need, especially if it's the lion. Hi, lion. Well, I'm waiting for the lion to show up on the stream. One day they'll show up. It'll be nice. It'll be cool too. Maybe I should wait until tomorrow. Be good to yourself. All right, so anyway, what my intent today is, and again, so the reason that I was in here creating an issue was because Dukasoft came up with a good issue. But if any of you do have other features or enhancements to the application as it is, then definitely let me know at my discretion. I'll create an issue out of it. You can contact me in Discord. You can just, I don't know, if you're on YouTube, then leave it in the comments. If it's not like 2 years in the future. I guess even 1 month in the future would be too far out. But my intent starting today for the next few streams is to give this thing a facelift, do some really good UI UX design. We can already mock the login process. So I'm going to tell this sign in button just to take us to the data entry page. That'll be one thing that we can do to make sure we mock this thing out. And then we can get rid of this because this is going to need to be replaced. We can come up with an actual about page, what our contact us form will look like. Oh, you like hard-boiled egg or some kind of boiled eggs? Medium boiled. Yeah, I'm not into, like, the only kind of egg that I really like is a Spanish omelet, which is essentially a beaten egg that is fried. So just fried egg, I guess is what it would be called, with some cheese and ham inside of it. That's okay though. I had my ice cream meal bar for my snack after exercising. So I should be good to go. Good to go. And I got my waters. Love, love, love my waters. Do, 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 do. Is this even gonna work? Who knows? All right, back to what we're playing around with. Okay, so as you know, I have a Figma page. So I know that Figma free version has a limit on the number of pages that you can have, but how many objects can I have on a single page? It kind of doesn't look like there's a limit to the number of objects. Wow, you get access to the API in the free plan? That's cool. Oops. I can't see chat. Not 100% runny, but absolutely not dry. I thought Spanish omelet had potatoes in it. Yeah, I mean, it has potatoes, little cheese on top. Yeah. Let me see if I can. Omelette. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So, what my mama did is she took, you know, what's it called? Oh my gosh, the ham that you sliced ham, sandwich meat, and stacked it on top of itself, and then cut it into cubes, and used that. That was super tasty with the potatoes, and I guess if you want onions and stuff. I didn't like onions at the time, but now I do. Now I love them. The thing that I'm not seeing on these that my mommy did is after you flip it the first time and make a mess, then you put some American cheese on top and let that melt on top, and it's so good. So good. Oh yeah, sometimes she used sausage. Sausage. Like Jimmy Dean's sausage. Cut up into chunks. What's the other one called? A Spanish tortilla egg. That kind of looks like a Spanish omelet, dude. So the other one is where you just beat an egg, put it directly onto a skillet, and just one egg. Put it onto a skillet, fry it for like 30 seconds, flip it, put some cheese inside, roll it over itself, make a little burrito, egg burrito, tortilla looking thing. But apparently nobody else does that. So good. Anyway. What's a purity? Burrito. I don't like burritos. I like burritos. I don't get it. Stop. It's 1900 here and dinner isn't ready yet. That is a late dinner. Like, our family, my family, used to eat dinner around 6:30 p.m., 18:30. And like, I had changed and now we eat dinner around 16:30, 2 hours earlier, and it felt so weird for the first, I don't know, 2 years of doing it. Still feels kind of weird eating that early, but it's so much better for me. So much better for me. Anyway, thank you so much, Crash, for the follow. Crash 16. Crash Crash is 6. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow. We're going to do some UI stuff, some UI work. We found out that we can put as many objects on one page as we want. So we're going to go ahead and use regions, which we can group all of this together. I said we can group all of this together. Why can't I group all of this together? And what is this? What are you? Excuse me. Who are you? What do you even say? Nothing. Just a whole bunch of blank spaces. You don't belong there. All right, we're going to frame this as initial design. Actually, I want the components in their own frame. So any of our custom components. Oh, I need an easy to move things around area. Scooch up here. So normally I would, of course, put components on their own page. And I might even have multiple pages depending on what the components are for. Like if they're reusable throughout the whole app, then I'll have them in one place, and etc., etc. Okay, frame. Your frame is our components. And we will use actual components when we do this too. Oh dear. That usually doesn't like being a burrito. Oh, this is when you roll a cat in a blanket. Kind of like you do with putting cats in hot dog suits. Why would you ever do that? You put a pic of burrito in Pet Love. I want to see. I have to see. Must have. I can only hope you like being swaddled, kitten. I like to imagine that they like this, but if they don't, then I get sad. Yeah, as Dukasoft posted, for those of you that are new into chat, this is our stream project that we're working on, the Financial Management Tracker. He posted the GitHub link. It is open source. You are free to explore it. You're free to take on any of the issues that we have now logged. Definitely welcome to them, if they aren't already assigned to somebody else, of course. And if you do want to work on them and you want to make sure no one else is, just drop me a message either in Discord or via a comment, just like this person did, and say, can I do this? And I said, yeah, certainly, feel free. So then I assigned it to them. But only if you feel like it, of course. I'm absolutely okay with working through those issues myself. But what we are currently going to focus on is, now that we have the app working pretty well, working the way that we want, I would like to give it a facelift, do some real design. So we did some quick design when we first created the app. This is what it looked like essentially in Microsoft Access. And so I mocked it out. And then I'm like, well, we need some kind of landing page. And then we looked at different ways to do our overall design. And so we came up with 3 different looks, 2 different feels. The 2 feels are flat and neumorphic. I don't like neumorphic, it just didn't seem right for this app. But neumorphic is where it kind of looks like the controls and components are shrink wrapped to the page. So instead of it being 3D where it's, you know, a flat piece of paper, I guess that's called paper design, where it's hovering over the page with the drop shadow, it looks more like it's extruding from the page. Bezel. Yeah. Do that to all the things. So there you go. So we're going to redesign this anyway. I liked our initial flat design. It was cool. However, I'm starting to fall out of love with this color scheme that I went with. I don't know. But I'm open to suggestion, but we're going to go with some actual design. You like the original font? This one here? Well, like the biggest issue for me is when we work in Figma, we can tell this thing to be a specific size, and then we size the font to it, and it looks fine, and it looks good. And then when you go into web, because you have a whole bunch of different people with different display sizes, then you have to make sure that you are doing your CSS so that it looks fairly similar. Oh, actually, why does that only say manage your financials? Does anyone remember why I changed this to only say manage your financials with a subtitle of the cool way? Was I just showing that I wanted the hero section to be some big title with a subtitle? Or maybe I had in mind that the app title is going to go across the top? Yeah, pretty sure it was a good idea at the time. But then again, I am notorious for doing demo type things in the app that we happen to be working on, and then I forget to undo the demo stuff. I don't remember either. Let's change it back to this. I'm trying to like double click, but it's locked. So I'll just type it out. Day 188. Half a year, man. Half a year of 2-hour stream. Words are hard. 4 medium boiled eggs. Here I go. I hope you enjoy them a lot. A lot. Okay. I actually need to do something though. You can move. I'll put you here. Will I put you here? I'll put you there. No, I won't. That's inside of that area. I'll put you here. Because we're going to keep adding to our actual components. So we know that we have quite a few things that we want. We want this account overview, and we probably want a couple of different This one sucks. Anyway, a couple of different color themes is what I'm trying to say. And we can just build that into our components. So maybe we should start with that. These color palettes that we have here, we should maybe turn them into actual colors. It sucks in my size. And then we will have our primary light and primary dark. That'll be aliases to these colors. How do we do that? I don't know. Maybe, yeah, the first thing that maybe I'd like to do is choose the colors here and then create a color palette. Because what I think I did before was I created the color palettes and then tried to apply them or something. So what is it about this that I don't like? I can't quite pinpoint it. Black is the queen of all colors. The white font over the money is too hard to pick up. True. So that could be one thing. Did I put any kind of... Yeah, I think I put a filter on the image so that it was darker in our design. And it kind of seems like I applied it here. Excuse me, Hero. Hero does have a filter. No, I just want to change this one. You know what sucks? Yes, some vacuum cleaners. Do you know what's not cool? Yes, the stovetop when you have it on. Anyway, what, Thindle? What? Tell us. Women make 80% of purchases, but it's also, first of all, color preference, is that really gender specific? Because I like purple a lot. I really like purple. It's not my favorite color. Teal and black and red. Those are my favorite colors. Bash.org is down. Tyndall's like, look at my nickname. Your nickname? Oh, your Twitch handle. Chat handle. Yeah. Pudu. Look at my browser. I mean, it just kind of happened to be that. Oh, and also my logo, which I need to work on anti-aliasing, I know. Fun stuff, but I was having lots and lots of fun when I did this. Okay? I wasn't too worried about, you know. Actually, the whole reason that I made this, by the way, was because I wanted to register for OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, and you need to, I think you have to have a website, which I thought was kind of odd. Yeah. So these little particles are eventually going to speed up by themselves, and then you'll see a portal open. And when that portal opens, you may get a glance into something that Automated Realms will be doing in the near-ish future, or may have done in the past. Who knows? Time is irrelevant when it comes to portals. And that is 1 bottle of water. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I've had the domain for 2 years now, maybe. But I haven't actually published anything to the site. We have companion cubes, though. Probably not. I'd rather come up with something a little bit less mainstream. A little more... Like, I struggle to use the word original, but something more that feels like my interpretation of my experiences. Does that make sense? Anyway, so one of the main issues that we're having is this hero background might not work with this title. Coleslaw is suggesting trying light purple. Oh, I guess the other question that I have, if you are basing this off of because females will make more purchases, which I don't necessarily agree. It's not that I don't agree with it. I don't know that for a fact. But make this light purple, which again, is that really something that I should do based off of gender? But two, who will be entering the financial information? Not who makes the purchases, who is more likely to enter. So when I'm considering my target audience, I'm thinking of like me, anal retentive people that want to manually track their own finances and not rely on some other system to import their data for them. And it's not that I'm anal retentive, it's just that I want to be able to see the money that I am spending or saving. And if I enter it manually, then I will see it as opposed to relying on something like Mint or my current financial institution that lets me connect all of my accounts to it and see my budget, see my overview of the transactions and stuff. Because I don't really ever go into the actual transactions list of my financial institutions except to manually enter them into my database. Minimum more into tech stuff statistically. I guess the middle ground is the middle. Oh, you want to see what it looks like when it's purple. Do you have a specific purple? Because I am definitely willing to try. All the font purple also, as well as. Look at these juicy blues. Anyway, they don't translate really well. You think Darko would grab the eye the most? So somewhere around her, perchance. We'll use hex. Primary text. So then what to do about the backgrounds? Or were you only talking about the hero section? Because again, this will work in a light mode type of color. Anza? Nani? Not quite sure what you were saying there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's so like a lot of the other financial institutions. Yes. Oh, are you delayed by a bit? Is that what's going on? I think you might be a little delayed, Coleslaw. Let's take a look at other financial websites. What does Bank of America do? Bank of America has the red, white, and blue color scheme. Who else? Wells Fargo. Sure. Well, come on, let me choose it. Chase. Capital One. Discover. I don't know, Credit Karma. US Bank. All right, what do your guys' landing pages look like? Lots of white space, no dark mode, which there should always be a dark mode. Again, lots of white space. And I mean, this is kind of what I was going for. It's just I would prefer to have an initial dark mode by default. My CND don't work on this laptop. Interesting. But yeah, I would prefer to have an initial dark mode. Yeah. And an easy to get to toggle for people that do actually prefer light mode, which there are people that do because dark mode is too hard on their eyes. Maybe it causes too much strain for them and they prefer having dark text on light backgrounds. But you can see that just about all of these are white backgrounds with dark text and then some splash of color. Dark text, light background, splash of color. Yeah, the other one that I completely forgot, Mint. Lots of white, lots of light colors, and this is definitely their color scheme, which is the turquoise, I want to call it. Turquoise and white. And this off bluish gray. Contrast mode. So they have an actual button for contrast mode or toggle for contrast mode, but it doesn't make a difference when it's turned on, at least not on the landing page. But something like this, except in an easier to get to spot. So we can have this, but this will be our secondary theme. So that just leaves me with what should our dark color be, what should our light color be, and then what should our splash of color be. So our dark color could be black, and then our splash of color, which would be the hero section. Oh, is there anything special about their hero sections that make them look not so weird? This one has padding around it. This one goes all the way across, but it's a solid color, no picture. This one goes all the way across, no border. I guess there is a, what is this called? A login form that separates it from the header row. This is the same color as everything. This is, yeah, so it still looks like here is your main nav, and then here is something else before your hero section. And maybe that's another thing that I'm doing weirdly. So this is going to be our nav, our main nav. And then it just feels weird having the hero section squished up against that. There should probably be another section there. Black matches everything. That's why I said she's queen. So let's start off with that. Excuse me, can I borrow you? now you're locked. I heard the quiet. I heard the quiet. I don't know what the quiet is. I heard the quiet about putting MSG on eggs. I didn't. I don't know what to fix that with. Oh, has anyone ever tried MSG on boiled eggs? Yes. So, as in no one answered. So my wife likes deviled eggs. So yeah, there's a bit of cutting it in half, taking out the yellow, mixing it in a bowl with mayo, salt, pepper, paprika, a couple other things. And she loves them that way. Regular salt on eggs, I would assume, especially sea salt, kosher salt. Fine grain, yeah. Oh, you just also have MSG by itself. Like, does that actually come in a container and you can just put it on there? Like straight MSG? Because I only thought it was an ingredient and stuff. Uh-oh. What do we got, Dukasoft? What do we got? No. Was that supposed to be a picture? Oh no. I think he copied the link to the post instead of the picture, but that's fine. Yes. Yes. I like the furrowed eyebrows. Lionito. What's happening? Nice. Maybe. I don't know. That headshot is kind of a good WTF kind of headshot. I'm sorry, what? Being an INTJ, all of my faces look like WTF. Anyway, I love it, Dukasoft. Amazing. I like this though. So instead of, yeah, I think I might take this too. Instead of just having the hero go all the way across and then try to overlay some text on the image directly, put the text inside of a box as well, similar to, yeah, I guess this is more like what I'm doing, but they have a plain color background. What does your business landing page look like? Yeah, so they have a plain color background and their hero is actually a portrait image. Wow. And then here we go with the hero image that's faded out, but it has the padding on the left and right, so it doesn't look that weird this way. And it looks more like a brochure, even. All right. This is how you buy MSG. The essence of umami, Ajinomoto, umami seasoning. So yeah, you buy some kind of seasoning that has it. I use adobo. Adobo. Adobo, which I'm pretty sure has MSG in it. And I also use sazon. Oh, with which I'm definite has MSG in it. Oh, that was pure MSG? It kind of looked like it just said seasoning. Umami seasoning. So like umami is a city? Is a territory in Japan? It's a loan word in Japanese. Pleasant, savory taste. It's not an actual location. One of 5 basic tastes. Yeah. So it's kind of like saying adobo in Spanish. Umai. Interesting. Anyway. All right. So, step 1, finding out some kind of background color. Oops, did I just need to control click. Control click. Why are you selecting everything when I'm just trying to select the top rectangle and the ending page itself is the thing that has, oh, that's why. Summoner. Okay, so your fill is currently really, really dark blue, although I kind of am getting some green out of it. So what is your actual X code? I'm trying to control tab. I mean alt tab. We'll tell it to pipe down. We got stuff to do. Yeah, it's so weird. Why does this look like it's definitely on the blue side of the scale, but why does it look like there's some green coming through? Definitely isn't. But this, oh, because that's the top bar. What about the rest of the page? What about the rest of it? So top bar was already that color. Yes. Background. Primary background color. Primary background color is the one that it was at. Okay. Napalm says hi to Thindo. Thindo. Yeah. Is it just me? Doesn't this look kind of greenish? It's so weird. What do you look like this? Maybe green tint? Yeah, it's weird though because it's not anywhere close to green tint. It's definitely in the blue section. In the blues. Sumimasen. What does this look like? It looks like white. So it kind of looks like the same color that I chose for the cards. Zelda's disappointed. And Toadier is here. Hello, Toadier. Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Apparently you know Thindle. And yes, Thindle is everywhere. Thindle likes to market himself. To be seen. because he wants to be a reputable figure in the development community, which is perfect. What happened to my bot? What happened to my bot? It says disconnected from Twitch. Why are you disconnected from Twitch? What's the most recent message? Lionito. Why, bot? What you doing? Bot said, I'm out. Okay, so now my bot is back. Let's try that again. Okay, so this is our current stream project, and we're currently working on giving the UI a facelift. Where did you catch me before, says Thindle. Captain Coder. Or Captain Commerce. Which one? or the Captain. Oh, I can't think of their name. Who are you? Anyway, there's a million captains out there. Captain developers, they are. All of them. Every single captain that you see out there is a developer. Speaking of Captain Commerce, if you guys don't know Captain Commerce, Captain Morgan, obviously, he's my favorite captain. Used to be my favorite captain, next to Bacardi. But if you don't know Captain Commerce is another .NET developer doing amazing work in the e-commerce space and also just doing great .NET dev streams. Check him out. It's usually Monday and Friday evenings. In the US, it's evening at least. For those of you in Europe, it's probably early morning, or I guess on the eastern side of the world. On the non-US side of the world is what I'm trying to say. Simple, right? But anyway, good times with them. Very chill, very fun. And in fact, if you want to see some of his content, I'm sure we have at least one interesting clip. At least one. Like his starting screen. It's so weird. Thanks for the recommendation, Captain One Lane. I am not a captain, however. I would prefer to be first mate or lower. I do not like to... Anyway, there's a non-US side? Night. Everything is US. Everything is us. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to first... You know, I'm going about this completely wrong. I really wanted to, like... do design the real way. Are any of you, by chance, UI, UX designers? So me, did not find the specified user's channel, says Automated Realms bot. I really need to make an Automated Realms bot account. Yes, it does. I believe it listens to... Actually, did I make you a... You know what'd be funny is... So choose yourself. Do an SO for yourself, Findle. I don't think it's going to let you shout out a real person, a real stream. Yeah, okay. So, it will let you do the shout out from Stream Elements, but the bang SO with the clip, maybe. is what it doesn't let you do. And hello, Xcoding. So let either of you try. Well, I guess Thindle specifically, because Jikasoft is a mod. He's a bot. So Thindle, try doing a shout out for Xcoding using Bang SO. See if we get a clip, because I'm sure Xcoding has clips. You have clips, right, Xcoding? And hi and welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. I don't see clips. Maybe not. Videos? No clips. Code Red? Do them all. I mean, they all, clips are overrated. They all deserve to be shouted out. Yeah, and there you go. So you don't actually get a shout out clip, but anyone can shout out anyone else.
Away from those stupid fuckers.
And there you go. So Dukasoft, my mod,
What do you want planned out?
is able to do shout out clips.
Planned out.
Never mind.
And that was by design.
How about you never mind? 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 Actually, Musa, you.
Since I don't get clips, I'll just put this one out there. It just looks like crystallized salt crystals taken directly from salt rock. That looks tasty. Take a spoonful of that. I meant this. But yes, yes, has to go full screen. Has to be full screen. Oh, you know what? That was not in Firefox, so you couldn't hear him. But at least you saw it. You saw it. Zelda default mode is This Is My Life Now. I'm just going to be thrown about wherever you put me, aren't I? That's okay. We're sending love to Zelda. Okay. I really need to rethink the actual approach for coming up with this. We know all of the functions in our app. We know all of the different areas and screens of our app because we have a fully functioning app. We know we have this calculator. We know we have a draggable area. We know we have a hero section, a login form, some cards with information. So what I would like to start with instead is creating these as components, each of these different sections. Then we can start piecing them together and coloring them and seeing how they look together. But for now, let's just create some components for each of these, similar to the way we would do in Blazor. So it's really cool. This is why I thought that it might be easier now trying to do some UI UX design, because I've been using Blazor for so long. On the wrong side. I've been using Blazor for so long that I get the concept now of creating a component and how to break down a component into something that is reusable and can be put in different places. And that's fairly similar to what you get in, what is this called? In Figma. So let's create some more components. We know that we have some card components. Let's go ahead and steal this thing and call it our card component. Although I think I already did turn cards into reusable components. So that one's done. Our login form is just a card. So I don't know, maybe we can turn each of the individual cards themselves into components. Is this an NFT wallet? Hello. So I'm going to pronounce your name incorrectly and I apologize. It's because I'm deeply American. But is it Foolish Snabble? Am I close? Am I too far off? Should I just not try and just call you Fuel Snable? And thank you, Thindle, so much for the lurk. That was more Norwegian. So I've heard. I don't remember it, but I have seen you around a lot. And I also hear you're giving a talk too at the same conference that Thindle is, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. He is. He is. On shaders. Awesome. Yeah, if there's anything that you feel like sharing on this stream, we have a pretty strong crossover community with Irish John Games and Simple Game Dev and Code Red Games and everyone. Everyone in that space. So I'm pretty sure they've seen you around. But just in case, you are definitely welcome to show it here. Also, my videos, I post all of my VODs to YouTube after the stream, or 24 hours after the stream or so. I've seen them around. Speaking of NFTs, some of my shaders got minted without my knowledge, so I am now a crypto king without doing anything. Interesting. That's cool. I have no idea what it means to be minted, but yeah. Anyway, this is not an NFT wallet. Just so you know, this application is just supposed to be a simple manual hand jam data entry type of application for you to be able to track your own finances. Feel free to check it out on, I don't know how many times we're going to post this today, on the GitHub page. It is open source, so you can pick through my code if you feel like. We have a few issues, and Lisi's here. Hello, Lisi. We have a few issues that are logged for improvements to be made. There are still a couple of bugs that need to be looked at closer, but we finished the core functionality. We finished all of the stuff that we wanted to finish to call the app done and usable, or I guess usable is more. Like, you know how you can download some games and then they're playable up to some download amount, and then if you want more stuff, like better graphics or whatever, you wait for the download to go all the way. Anyway, we're about that point. It's now playable. So what I decided to shift to is something that I am not very experienced at, and something that I would really, really love to get better at, especially since it's my primary focus on my day job, on my client work. I thought it said fall sound. Nope, said fail sound, and it's one of my favorite sounds on the stream. I absolutely love that sound clip. So Thindle is sharing for you. They take work of others and sell it as an NFT. Oh, so your shell background, or at least you use this in a few places, but the thing that you use is your shell background, console background. Awesome. This is amazing work. Fuel. Again, should I just be American and call you Fuel? Or Snubble? But yes, I love this. This looks awesome. Wish I had a logo now. I have a logo, and in fact, the type of thing that you do, Fuel, is what I am hoping to be able to accomplish on this placeholder landing site. So this is going to have some animated type stuff happening to it, where eventually you'll get a portal that opens up and you'll see content from what Automated Realms will be doing in the future, or has done in the past, or is doing now. It's a portal, so you can do whatever timeline you want. You just need to make sure that it gets powered correctly, which is what we're trying to do here. This is currently an SVG, which is why you see so much anti-aliasing going on. It is layered where there is one gradient layer underneath, and then a color layer on, or no, I'm sorry, it's a color layer, a solid color layer, and then a gradient layer on top of that. That's what I meant to say. And then I told it to do smooth, but it's not doing very good around the edges. So that's kind of annoying. And then depending on the starting size of this circle that gets created in the SVG, it either starts behind the logo or in front of, and then it changes size to whatever the size is in the middle to make it look 3D. I know that, baby. Do these have sound, by the way? Is this a portal? Did you already make a portal? Yeah, because I want to play them through my browser that actually comes through my audio source. I have all of my Chrome browsers turned off so that only I can hear them. Because I watch other people stream on the side at the same time as. But yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So yeah, I'd really like to get some stuff similar to this going on, but something that is more representative of automated realms. One day soon. But right now this site has been like this for 2 weeks. But okay, the app that we've been working on in stream is a way for you to manually enter your finances using any kind of app actually. So right now you're seeing the Blazor WebAssembly version of the app. That's what this is. But I also have a desktop version of the app that uses exactly the same UI, GUI. GUI. And I also have a mobile version, just to cut to the chase while we're waiting for this thing to load. So I have a mobile version that also uses the same UI using a WebView 2 control in a Maui app. But you can see all of 1 hour later, all of the same UI, all of the same data. So same connection. It uses the same API service, or I guess API backend, but the service to talk to the API within the app. So a HTTP client, and you get 3 different transaction types and a list management feature and a bug with that, and then a calculator that as soon as you open it up, you can use 10 key as a draggable container that you can move around the screen wherever you want. And as long as it has the focus, which you can tell by the border, then you can use keyboard entry. Clear, you can push escape to clear all, delete to do a regular clear, and click back in the app so that you can still use your numeric keys when you're entering monetary values, etc. So that was really fun to put together. That took a really long time to do. .NET 8 is so close. We're going to create the .NET 8 Blazor web app as soon as .NET 8 RC comes out and I'm updated to it. And we finish whatever we're currently working on, I guess. That'd be another thing. So anyway, what I'm really trying to do at the moment is, now that we're done with all of that, I would like to actually do a for real design on this. Like, make it look like an actual application. And we have plenty of landing sites that we can use as examples. But most of these financial type sites follow the same pattern that I think I thought of or was trying to use to begin with, which is, here's this kind of top nav bar-ish that gives you some information. Here is a secondary nav, or maybe the nav with all of the content that takes you to those specific locations. And then the hero section. And then the information sections. And that's a pretty well-established pattern. It would be nice if we could come up with something that's a little bit more unique-ish. Oh, I was starting to say this earlier, but I try not to use the word original because it's really hard to be original with as many ideas as we've come across as humans that live in an age with the internet. Everything is kind of influenced by everything else that we've experienced. So original being the way that we put the stuff together ourselves from our own brains. But for me, I am okay with referencing and taking what's already a good idea and using it. Bless you. So Anyway, we're making components currently. I think we're going to make components eventually. So we have our card components. I am okay with making the hero itself a component. So I'll duplicate that. Actually, no, I will create a component first. And then I'll duplicate it. And then I will move the component up here. And I'm doing this all on one page because I have Figma free, which means that I have a limited number of pages. And yeah, and it's easier for me to modify the components. Okay, so this is our hero section. One thing that I would like, which I think we get for free, so we can modify the text in an instance of a component, so I don't need to do anything about that. Maybe the background opacity would be something that I want to change. Is that not? Oh, that was on the instance. Okay. Is that not how you do it? I could have sworn that's how you did it. Maybe it's a comma. Maybe it's not a comma. Maybe you don't actually do a thing ever. I forgot. Oh, it's right here. Properties, which is going to be a variant property, right? Right. And this is going to be mask opacity, and we're going to have it at let's go increments of 5, maybe starting at 10. We'll create a variant. I think I need to move you here. Another one, and another one. So 10 through 25, maybe. Actually, what are you currently at? $38. So maybe 10, 20, yeah, increments of 10. Let's just go increments of 10. Why not? So mask opacity 10, 20, 30. Oops. And there was a 40. And give me my son. I moved my keyboard over too far. 20, 30, 40. And that way we can have some options to see, because then maybe we can change the text as well. No, that was supposed to be a select all, please. Let's hope I don't have any anchors turned on. Okay, dang it. Meant to add the property first. Yeah, it is slash. am I going to do this? Yeah, I think I messed up. I may have messed up. Not much, just a lot. Move. How about if we unvariant this? Which is called what? What is it called? It's called... I don't know how to use this. Dang it. Isn't there a button to turn this into not a variant? Into not a component? Whatever. Is it because you didn't actually take the property? Okay. Oh, I'm confused. The properties of this are conflictual. 2%, obviously. I'm failing at this. Start over. Get rid of these. You. And you. Pretty good now. Does that actually work? So if I were to use you, say for example here, and I said I want opacity 40, good, you do change. Thank you. Does anyone know if there's a way to actually link the property itself to whatever value is put in here? If not, I will use the interrupts. So they're telling me to create a variant. And then we created a variant property. Okay. We're changing the state to typing. And then we edit this, typing. Yeah, so essentially you're creating the component itself. You're not linking whatever the property is in any way to the property itself that you're changing. So in this case, the only thing that I want to update is this opacity for this thingy. So what that means is if I'm going to have another variable thing, so for example, our font color Why don't you have the... If you're paying, sure. Oh, that wasn't a question for me. Yes, absolute. Yeah, what I meant to do is give me a new variant with a new property. Why can't I add properties anymore? Like what I was told is, oh, I just select the thingy and then I push new variant. No, that's not what I want. I want all of these, but with a new property. And that new property. Why aren't you loving? Oh, I'm so lost. You're supposed to be 20. Why did... I'm confusing myself. All right. Mask opacity 10%, comma, text color light. Does that work? Yes. So that gave me my new property. That's what I wanted. So all of you are going to get text color light. And then starting from you, you're going to get text color dark. Can I move you yet? No. Ugh. And so we need you, 2, 3, 4. Why didn't you stay? We're gonna make you a 10%. Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to do it that way, my bad. Darn it. Why do I have 2 10% lights now? Here? Got this. We got this. You're supposed to be 20%. Stay 20%. Properties and values of this variant are conflicting. Change the applied values on this variant to resolve this. Conflicting with what? This one? 30. 30. 40. 40. Well, about this 1 hour later thing, I think it's going to be a little bit longer. Okay, I think we're good now. Are you going to let me just duplicate these and then move them? You're still not going to let me move them. Why aren't you going to let me move them? It doesn't let me move them. Oh my goodness. dark. I said dark, not dark. Got it? I want to change them at the same time, but it's probably not going to let me. It really doesn't like me. Okay, I think we got it. So these variants were supposed to just be a way for me to change the text color to whatever our text dark is going to be. For now, we'll just make it 0. We'll create a, actually, you know what, we'll do it now. We're creating a color. Do I know how to create colors? We're gonna create colors. Like, how do I name a color? Is it Figma? Create named color. So this is the thing that I really don't like is I just want to do the UI design, but right now I'm just trying to learn how to use Figma. And I thought I had more experience with it because I had to use it a lot for my work product. And now it's like, I don't know anything. I just don't know anything. So you create a style. Anyone on any plan can create a style. So number 1 is, can I find out how to create a new style? Not on my own. So let's go back to this. Local styles are style definitions that exist in the current file. You can access local styles in the right sidebar when nothing is selected, or from the style picker. Styles are grouped. To create a new local style, click on the plus sign in the right sidebar next to local styles. Select the property you'd like to create the new style for. Give the style a name. Okay, do we see local styles? We do. A color. This will be text dark. Dark text. The color to use for dark text. And for now, we're going to make it I'll go back to the grayish. Off black. Off cook. Like 0 F 0 F 0 F. Create. Okay, can I use that, for example, here? How do I pick it again? You can click on the 3 dots to create the style. And there you go. Now we have text dark. Text light. Create. This would be something more like EF. Off-white. Okay, now I know how to do that. I have learned a thing. Will I remember that thing in the future? I liked Adobe XD. It was simple. Sadly, they just bought Figma and trashed their own product. That sucks. Right now my Adobe subscription is on my tablet and my wife's computer, and I don't feel like changing any of them over. But yeah, so this is essentially what I wanted to see here. I guess the other thing that I would like is the mask color itself. So can I get only the color without the opacity? Or do I have to name both? Like if I pick text dark here, could I change opacity? No. So it would have to be matched with the opacity. I don't know that I want to create then styles for that, because the only thing that I would want to change is this color part and then be able to modify the opacity myself. Which, is that what this does? That is what this does. All right. I think I'm going to do it that way then. 100% opacity. Turn this into a color, and this will be oh, I don't know. I'm still thinking we're going to use this as one of the primary colors, but which primary color? Maybe navigate. No, because that's much darker. I don't know. We'll just call it mask color for now. Mark color. Overlay masks. Yeah, period. And so if we use this for all of you, I didn't only select the masks. Dang it. Angie, can I borrow your mask real quick? I just want to see a thing. Colors are hard to get right, and that's why I'm trying to make them as easy to modify as possible. So I modify the color in one place and then it applies everywhere. So turn all of you to mask color. And then change pass through to the appropriate percentage for each of them. So you collapse, 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 collapse. You and you. And of course, I'm always looking for any kind of input that you might have. Do you have a better approach that you think I should be taking when coming up with the redesign of this app? Or now that we know the parts and pieces of the app, do you think that starting from creating components is a good place to start? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you like the video. No! Okay. Oh, no, this is fine. This is fine. I still need to be selecting the mask, not the entire thing itself. Dang it. All right, so 10%, 10 effing percent. That's what all of those symbols were for. Perfect. That's doing what I wanted to do. And did we select the next one? We did not. 20%. Dang it. I've got terrible aim right now. There goes the 30%. And 40%. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Mixed. Oh, because one of them is 30%. Okay, I think we got a thing. So now if I wanted to modify the, for example, the dark text color then I do that here, and it affects everything that's using dark text. Good. Ooh. That was fun. And by fun, I mean not easy. Yeah, is there really no way to put this into 2 columns? I know that I've done that before. Oh, it might be this auto layout thing. How do I turn? Ooh, wait, this is just spacing. Can I tell it how many items per column? Not quite. But is that based on the order that I'm putting it in here? Oh man. Do. So if I put in here, good. Yes. There we go. Okay, so left column is our light text, right column is our dark text, but they line up with the correct mask opacity. Words. And of course, what I'm expecting to see is these two look better with the lighter opacity, these two look better with the darker opacity, but it all depends on which font color we use as our primary text color. Maybe I will call this hero text color. No, we can call it text color. That's fine. Okay, that was my alarm telling me we're getting close to the end of the stream, but we have started moving, which means that we should be picking up some momentum the next time that we get back to this and start doing some design. So again, unless someone lets me know between now and our next stream, which will be Wednesday, by the way, that there is a better approach that I could be taking as far as redesigning our current version of the application. Yes, Bit Gamey Raid. Absolutely. But yeah, so redesigning our current iteration of what the UI looks like. If someone has a better approach, let me know and we'll start going that direction. Otherwise, we'll keep going the direction that we're going, which is making components. And then when we have our components, looking at them next to each other, this is just what makes sense to me. Looking at them next to each other and changing the various properties to see what colors work together. Maybe I'll have the back, like the entire frame. So you can see that I put this thing in a frame right here. So maybe making the background color of the frame of my components the background color that we choose. So let's pick a background dark and oh geez. Right now this is what our background dark is. Wait. Oh, because initial design is locked. We'll call this background dark. Dang it. Background dark. It's this. And then I don't even know what to use for background light, so we'll just use white or off-white. Yeah, this one works. And I didn't put a description because it makes sense. You know what they're supposed to be doing. So anyway, we'll put the... Gosh, I'm so gonna add this. We'll put a background on this. Fill. And for now, we'll make it background dark. Using this button. I'll get used to this eventually. And then at the same time as building up our components, we can see what they look like on this background. And there we go. Like a magic. Okay. Also, if anyone is interested in looking at this, here is a link to view. And then if you have some suggestions, maybe you can clone it and then make some suggestions. But again, I'm not expecting anyone to do any work on this. You definitely don't have to do that. I will be experimenting and we'll do it on stream together. We'll have fun. At least I hope it'll be fun as soon as we figure out the tool or refamiliarize ourselves with the tool. And yeah, that'll be it for now. So I will go to this screen. Thank you all for joining today. I hope you had a fun time. I know it was a little all over the place, but then it was back and forth and back and forth. So anyway, we're gonna head over to BitGamey for the second week in a row on a Monday. Next Monday, we're probably gonna go back to Dragon Spirit because I like supporting him. He's a really good guy. I like his persona. Where is my multi-stream? There you are. Get back to BitGamey. But again, I really, really, really love hanging out with BitGamey. I love the stuff he's doing on his stream. And yeah, we're gonna have fun there. So I'll be lurking on his channel. I'm gonna head up, like always, grab some snack, do a bio break, and then be back to lurk on his channel while I do more work for my day. Other than that, I will be posting a copy of this, the VOD for this video, for this stream, on YouTube no sooner than 24 hours from now. And feel free to join us again if you feel like it on Wednesday, where we will continue our journey into trying to be better at UI UX design. The implementation part I think is going to be easy, but the design part, not as much. Okay, ciao for now. Music. Microphone.